Hey, Tristan. Oh, they don't have like...
Where's Tristan?
Hey, Tristan, it's Officer Nab, the Zombie King.
Hey, Tristan, it's Renee Winterstatter.
Hello, Tristan. This is Bob Paul.
Hi, Tristan. My name's Agnes Garboska.
Hi, Tristan.
Hi, Tristan.
Hi, Tristan. Hey, Tristan. I hope you're doing really well. Hey, Tristan.
Hi, Tristan, it's Gail.
Tristan, hi. I'm Donnie Cates.
Hey, Kristen, this is Tim Seeley.
Hi, Tristan. It's George Perez.
Hi, Tristan.
Hey, Tristan. Thanks so much for reading, and I hope you continue to enjoy the books.
Hey, Tristan, where the hell are you?
Tristan, where are you?
Tristan, where are you?
Tristan, where are you?
Hi, this is Rags Morales.
Hi, I'm Paul Story. Hi, my name's Jamie Tindall.
Hey, guys, this is Joe Prado.
I'm comic book artist Freddie Williams II.
Palmiotti.
And I'm Amanda Connor.
I'm Ralph Tedesco from Zenescope, and you're watching Nerdette's Newsstand. And you are watching Nerdette Newsstand.
Nerdette's Newsstand.
Welcome to Nerdette's Newsstand. You're listening to Nerdette's Newsstand.
Nerdette's Newsstand.
And you are watching...
Nerdette.
And in time, they will join you in the sun.
He may have come from another world, but he will always belong to ours.
Good morning, everyone. We have a lot to talk about today. We are finally getting to, this last week.
Wasn't that great of a week last week at all?
No, I'm hoping for a better one this week, but I've only dove into a couple books this week, and I mean, so far it's good.
Yeah, so far it's good, but yeah, last week was not that many books in general.
No, not at all. And then we are, of course, going to do our top 5. We also have an honorable mention that we share that we're going to review at after our top 5s. And then we also have to talk about Superman and, by extension, Lois Lane turning 85. What was that, Tuesday?
Yes, that was Tuesday. That was Superman Day.
So a belated Superman extravaganza, but regardless, it should be fun. Let's say good morning to everyone. Hush, can you please stop messing with the computer? Good morning, God. Good morning, Pika. Good morning, Albus. Good morning, James. Good morning, Hayton Nate. Good morning. Good morning, Penguin Overlord. Fuck me, more mods than a jam concert. That is hilarious. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good. I seen Bianca. Good morning, Bianca.
Good morning, Bianca.
Good morning, Hooded Justice. We got the mullet. I don't know how well it's showing up if you're using dark mode. I need to make it.
I could have sworn that was Kenny.
Yeah, no, it's a mullet. It's a freaking mullet. But I need to fix it. Good morning, Ted. I need to make it another color or something.
You should go all the way and find a hat and put on it.
Good. I got an skippable ad. Fuck yes, that means I made it. Good morning, Black Phoenix. So we both have a oh, good morning, Raymond. I'm sorry. Raymond will be joining us tonight. So will Hooded Justice. So will
I'm here today, so you don't need me tonight.
Yeah. Well, we're doing 420 stream. It is 420. Happy 420, everyone. We will be celebrating tonight. I'm excited.
That reminds me of that Mandalorian spoof trailer that was done. Remember?
No, I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
It came out not long after the first season ended, and it turned out 420 came up and it showed Grogu doing, and all that.
Oh no, I didn't see it. Maybe send it to me. We'll watch it tonight because basically it's just gonna be a fun fucking stream. Like honestly, there's no like huge direction. We're gonna laugh at cringe. I have a first time person appearing. ETEP is going to be on with us. I've tried to stream with them previously and we always end up not being able to, so they're going to be on with us. Also, Joseph, and I'm gonna give him shit because he said he hates weed, so it should be a very weird, with at least I can guarantee I'm gonna be high as fuck. So it should be super fun. It should be super fun. Ray Starcraft's audio level.
Wow.
Is your audio low? Wait, this is the first fucking ever.
Wait,
Robert.
What?
Your audio is low? First time...
This is Albus, probably. This is probably Albus. He's trying to probably blow out your ears by doing that.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's pretty funny.
Yep,
No
audio. See,
yep,
exactly. One thing, no audio. The one thing, I'm too quiet, so they really want to blast your ears out.
Yep. I didn't even think about it. All right, so let's start with our top 5s of the week. Like I said, we'll have our honorable mention at the end. It was a bad week. It was an okay week. There was okay.
I got a lot more indies this week.
I got a couple indies. Is everyone okay with Robert's audio level? He said it's not you. Are you guys having a hard time hearing Robert? Maybe I should just turn me down. Like I can't mess with your audio level.
That's not me, or am I?
Because Robert mic is pointed at your cheek. Fix your mic, Robert.
Well, usually even when it's around my cheek is usually fine. It's when it's up here that's a problem. Yeah, Raymond said I'm fine. I trust Raymond.
Okay. All right. There, you got it at your mouth anyway, so we should be good. Yep. All right. So this is your number 5 book?
Yep. Nemesis Reloaded.
He looks like White Midnighter.
Well, that's been his design since the beginning, and I gotta say, this series has been a lot better. Yes, he's still bad, but nothing over the top. No forcing siblings to have sex, and then booby trap the daughter's womb. So if they do an abortion, she can never have kids. None of that stuff.
Yeah, well, that's good. But also at the same time, stuff like that turned me off to even coming back to this series.
What true, but here he's still doing bad stuff, but it's still not crossing the line too much. It's still more monsters against just the cops.
Midnighter is white. I mean the costume. I meant the costume.
Oh, look. See? Jupiter's
Legacy! Oh my god! I love the little Easter eggs. Well, wait, when's Jupiter's Legacy coming back? We should have 6 more issues of Requiem.
I have no clue, but you gotta remember that the whole point of this book is to reintroduce a proper Nemesis that can fit in with the other hero, characters, so they can do their big, huge crossover and say that they all are interconnected.
That is friggin' cool. I mean, ish. I just don't know if I can trust it again.
Yeah, well, so far everything's been good. So far, it hasn't reached any. Like I said, it's the penultimate issue.
Oh, so it's a 6-issue mini?
No, 5 issues.
5? Okay. All right. At this point, I might as well wait till the 5th issue comes out.
Yep. But yeah, basically they're playing this up a bit more like this was properly what, like being like a Batman, an evil Batman, and less of a rich guy who's just given his identity by another rich guy, and he's just, doing all this stuff because he's bored.
Mark Millar.
Yeah, Millar.
He has gone by Robert is low, no joke.
Okay, Albus, seriously?
No, I'm so okay. He has gone by the way of Scott Snyder, where he's just putting title after title after title after out there.
Yep, that's true. But I think he also still gives a lot of artists great work, and like Jorge.
Oh yeah.
Here. And as I said before, he's nowhere near as bad as he was before Man of Steel woke him up.
That's fair.
That's fair. Man of Steel is what opened his eyes and realized, oh shit, I was going way too far. So he started to rein himself in ever since.
That's fair. I mean, I actually have one of his books on my list too. So.
I think I know which one that is. That's not on my list yet, unfortunately.
I like Mark Millar. I think he does a lot of good work. He's doing like a Teen Wolf one, which I'm not the most interested in. I dropped off of that one, but I do have one on my list at least that I'm really, really enjoying. So for my number 5, I have Superboy. Did this come out?
Technically, that came out digitally last week and physically this week.
Whatever. I mean, I read it this week, so I'm gonna count.
So Raymond said that I'm lower than usual. Hold on, let me check my own settings. How about now?
I don't know. I couldn't tell from the beginning, so.
Guys, how about now? Good. How do I sound?
I think you're a little bit louder, yeah.
All right, I'll say this 75. There we go.
All right. Well, I have okay, so this came out digitally the week before.
It counts. It counts.
It counts.
Y'all tell me, okay, no masturbator, I am not gonna yell something.
Did you see the variant cover for this?
Which one?
The one I used on my thumbnail?
Yes.
Holy shit. It was so good. Like, I absolutely love that. Like, it looks so real. I've never thought that Connor count was hot, and I seen that thumbnail, and I was like, holy crap. Holy crap. So basically what we have here is a setup, right? And it's, who is this by? Is it Dennis Culver?
No, it's, trying to look.
I'm looking.
Lindsay. It said Lindsay something. There it is.
It's Kenny Porter.
Kenny Porter is the writer.
But
oh, by the way, you have a super chat.
Oh, sorry.
Not super chat. I mean a tip.
Oh, let me bring it up.
I got it. Just give me a moment to connect to.
Okay, you get it while I talk about this. So, the art was sufficeable. I'm not huge. I mean, it was.
Kenny Porter is the guy who did DC Mech, by the way.
I love these. So these moments were what really sold this book for me.
Oh yeah.
It is. So how long has Connor been staying with Ma and Pa?
Technically, he's been with them before he was missing, before New 52, and he's been there after Bendis' run.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Thank you so much. Happy 420 Nerdette, and to all of those who appreciate nature. We appreciate the hell out of nature here. It should be fun tonight. I'm excited.
Yeah, he's including those emojis, the breathing emojis.
I know. The puff emoji. I love it. Thank you so much, Anonymous. I appreciate you.
Albus.
I hate when we do the anonymous thing. This doesn't look like Elvis writing.
True.
It doesn't. I don't know. But thank you. I appreciate you. So this book is, I love the moments like with Ma and Pa Cat. I thought those were really, really good. I thought those were really, really sweet. And I thought that they did a good job, like, showing that Connor is kind of lost. Like, even in Metropolis, he's not helping, right? There's so many super people, I guess is the best way to put it, that he's just another metahuman that's kind of almost getting in the way at some points. And then he goes to look, and he goes to Kelix, and he's like, where can I help, right? Earth is big. Where can I help? And he looks all over, and there's metas everywhere, right? There are people helping everywhere. I like how they got Felix Faust here. Like, I love how they're showing the little things. So he's like, okay, Earth is a small little area. Let's talk the galaxy. Where can I help in the galaxy? So he does find some place to go.
Yep, and he goes to deal with the planet attacked by the Dominators.
Yes, and he kind of gets his ass kicked, like off and on. And have we seen these people before? Because I don't recognize them.
Nope.
I didn't think so. Okay, I was just making sure. But he ends up fighting quite a bit. I liked this artist's use of Ben-Day dots. I always love when comics include Ben-Day, but I liked how the artist included that. So basically, after all the fighting, we get a lot of I don't know what this is. These new the Cosmeteers.
Yeah, again, they're just they're just new characters.
We got some giant bitch, some fuckboy, and a bird. Albus, why are you in this comic? We got, like, this looks like a TikTok fuckboy.
Hooded, really? Hooded?
Are you... Oh my God, stop. I had to stop my motor. Robert, your hair is stunning. What's your secret? And those army boots are fire.
Army boots! What is he looking at? He see me on Earth 2 or something?
Probably.
I think you're seeing me on Earth 2 or something.
Oh my God. Yes. I noticed this too. Connor looks, they look like they're young. I don't know if it's just the artist version.
It's just the artist.
He looks young. He definitely looks young. But yeah, we got this weird, like, Cosmeteers people that he's going to be going up against or teaming up with. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
I don't know, but he's going to have a TikTok fuckboy with him, so that's cool. And that's where we end
it. Keep calling me a beauty queen, really? I bet they think I'm on Earth 11.
So yeah, this was good. It was basic, right? It was a basic setup.
And it looks like they're going to be they're either just going to show off what could have been, or they might eventually do the other books.
Well, this was clearly changed, right?
Well, yeah. This one, yeah. When they did these, it's clearly they reworked this so it can incorporate the other stuff into it. Well, just like the Jaime Reyes the Blue Beetle graduation day.
The graduation day?
That was clearly reworked.
Mm-hmm. Like, you can tell that that in the beginning when he was showing all the different super people and everything, that this was brought up to speed with continuity.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what do you have for number 4? Like I said, it was good. It was just your basic setup.
Number 4 is Superman Lost, number 2.
Oh my God, I didn't read it.
Really?
I forgot.
Ah, for shame, Chris.
I know. I forgot about this book, and the first one was relatively interesting.
Again, it's Christopher Priest, and it's well written. And look, I'm able to accept, given how it's more playing. Originally, what I was afraid of was it was going to be more about him not caring about Lois. But in this case, he's just disconnected from everything.
Hey, what do you mean?
Well, look at him. He's still like a...
He was gone for 20 years. You mean like the trauma of it?
Yeah, the trauma of it is what's still bothering him. Again, when they originally did it, it was more emphasis. I remember the solicitation for the first issue seemed to put more emphasis on him and Lois, which didn't feel right. But now that I see it like this, the context makes more sense.
Yeah. So are we getting scenes from his time away now? Or are we getting some fill-in?
Yes, we are definitely getting some fill-in of what happened in his time in between. That's what the bulk of this story is about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta go back. Oh, the art is so freaking good.
Yep, but the one downside and the reason why there might be more delays is that Carlo, how do you say his name? Where is it? Carlo Pagoriana. He's always slow when it comes to it. That's usually why he needs someone to do layouts for him. Otherwise, he's very slow with it. That's why a lot during Deathstroke, he had Larry Hama do the layouts.
So good, though.
Yep. And then we got the new outfit.
Oh, we did get the new outfit at the end. That's awesome. Do we get an explanation for the new outfit?
I think it's to help him with his powers.
Okay.
But yeah, he's heading his way back home.
I mean, it'll take 20 years, but...
Well, yeah, but still. Well, yeah, but for him, it's 20 years. For everyone else, it's not.
It's like, what? I don't know, like less than an hour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to have to go back and read it because I enjoyed the first issue. It's a MAGA mullet.
Oh.
I gotta change the coloring because it doesn't work on dark mode. I didn't realize it yesterday until I seen it in the comment section, and I'm like, fuck. Okay, so for my number 4, we have another basic setup. This is the only after this, the rest aren't basic setups, but I've got Nightmare Country.
Nightmare Country.
Sandman presents Nightmare Country: The Glass House. I was worried about this book. I was, and it's very clear that it is a it's definitely echoing some of our current day societal things. But we basically have this guy show up, and he wants to he wants to get invited to this room by his boss, because every time somebody gets invited to this room, they end up being made for life. He is a documentary person. He works like at, producing shows. At the art, very, very indie. Very, very indie. I got used to this art though the first time around, so it's okay. But he ends up.
If I could be honest with the artwork, it looks like a more improved Riley Rossmo.
Less rounded, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
so
I can't help but think that.
Yeah, I totally get it. We get a weird. This scene was totally unneeded. He's talking to his therapist about what happens, because this is inside that club, so it's just a big we end up finding out it's basically hell. And it's like this sex cult, and you can go, and there's different rooms. So when you get a different room, you can be made into whatever. You can have whatever fantasy in that room. So we end up getting the guy from the first 6 issues. I forget his name, and I don't think they say it. He's like a prophecy guy. Oh, fuck, I don't know. I forget. He's like a fallen angel. There, that's what we're gonna say. He's like a fallen angel.
Like, man, where's the club at, man?
So he's telling his friend about it, and he tells what happens when he was in that room, and he basically beat the hell out of a neighbor person, this neighbor bitch. That was his fantasy, to beat her up. What the fuck? I don't get it. So finally, we get Corinthian's return.
Right.
Finally. And he's got a friend. He's got a kitty friend. Yes. I love it. And they're having a conversation about this club, and he's like, I can smell sulfur. There's something more to this, something terrible. And he says it smells like hell. And that's basically what this club is going to be, right? And we're back into this club with the main character. Now, mind you, the character from the first 6 issues died. So we're not even getting a return of her. So we're going to be following this guy. And they ask, and obviously Desire's got to be involved here somewhat. Because this is about lust and love and sex. And so Desire's got to be involved. But we also, this is the girl, Flynn, from the first 6 issues, her friend that died. So she's in hell. We confirm she's in hell. And we got the return of Azazel. The return of Azazel. That's fucking awesome. And that's what our cliffhanger is. Getting to see Azazel.
Can I point out, since they brought it up, you do know that Constantine is actually pronounced Constantine, because they always say it sounds like wine.
Nope. They say fine.
Or fine, but either way, it's Constantine.
I didn't say Constantine.
No, but I'm saying that's how it's supposed to be pronounced, not Constantine.
I never mispronounce it.
I know, but I'm saying that more for others to know that.
Okay.
Because I found that out recently myself.
I went into a whole rant on a stream that you were on about how
I know.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
I'm free to forget, aren't I?
Yes, that's true. Thick demon chick. Yes, we got thick demon chick.
Yep.
Azazel.
Yeah.
Am I saying it wrong?
No, Azazel.
Azazel. Whatever. We got the return. We got the return of Azazel, which is awesome. And I do think Desire's involved because Desire's always fucking involved. And at the end of issue 5 or 6 in the last miniseries, we got to see Desire's, Desire has her palace and it's actually just Desire, right? Like it's just like a statue to Desire. So we got to see that. And I do think we're going to get more Desire this time around. No Thessaly yet, but we did get the announcement of a new Thessaly tie-in series.
Ooh.
Not tie-in series, tie-in one-shot. So
Nice.
I am very, very excited about that. So what do you have for number 3?
Number 3, Noctera. Man, your son's son is telling me you're mad at me.
Wait, Noctera. Okay, Noctera is on my list, but not yet.
I know, it's your number 1, isn't it? Number 2? Or is it also your numbers? Okay. But yeah, I like this. I'm mostly on this list because, well, there wasn't that much else to put on. If you want to add in your own
Wait.
do that.
So you don't think that it would be good enough to make your top 5 normally?
I always put some of the other, and so a lot of times a lot of the DC books seem to trump it. A lot of times a lot of the other DC books seem to trump Noctera.
Nah, that's a lie, but sure.
Well, you're going to be mad at what my number 1 is.
Mine's a DC book, so...
Mine is not a DC book.
Oh my God. I'm curious now. Okay, what'd you like about Noctera?
1, the artwork, of course.
Tony Daniels, yes.
Tony Daniels, yeah, and it feels like, I mean, even though it feels a lot rougher compared to when he started the book.
Yeah, I kind of do see that too. I mean, there was some great those splash pages, but I do get what you mean.
Yeah, it just feels like there's a bit of a roughness to it. Like he's not putting in as much of the effort compared to how he did during the first arc.
That's fair, and I do miss Sexy Val. I miss when she was white.
Yeah, but again,
that is not a race thing. She is literally covered in carbon black.
Right. But just little moments like this. Like,
that page is so good.
Is it just me, or is it feeling more and more like we're getting more of a do-over for the Batman who laughs? Just from the look department, from the look department.
Maybe a little bit. I guess I didn't make that connection. No, race. I did not mean that as a race thing. I literally meant she's literally like you see her right here. Point to where she's at, right there.
Oh, yep.
Right there. That's her. She's literally just black in a light. I miss Sexy Val because she had a it's Tony Daniels. He drew her like a fucking badass chick.
Yep. But yeah, but again, overall, this has been really good. But I don't think I would have had this on my list if it wasn't for DC being so meh this week.
Well, that's because you have terrible taste.
And you'll be giving me shit for my number 1. I know it.
I won't doubt it. Oh wait, shit! I forgot to look up my next one. I wouldn't doubt it, but I mean, I really did. I'll talk about it when I get there, but at least we're getting some direction with it now.
True. Yeah, it felt like the last arc didn't have much direction.
I mean, it did, but it was very, very slow.
Right.
It was very slow. Okay, so next for number 3, I have Mark Millar, The Ambassadors.
I knew it. I knew that was going to be on your list. I also knew that you weren't going to be happy that they changed artists.
Yeah, I noticed about 3 pages in.
Even though they said that was the plan.
I did not know that. I thought Frank Quitely was making a return for the entire series.
Nope.
He was gone for 6 years, and he comes back for one singular issue.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking sucks, but whatever. The art was good.
Carl Kerschel. I
Who
haven't
is
seen
it?
him in a while either.
Carl Kerschel. It's good. It's good. I'm not saying it's bad, but like, it's
very animated.
It is, and I love Frank Quitely's art. We get the Okay, I gotta find his name. Because I know I'm gonna say it wrong. Okay, hold on. What is your name? I forget.
My name's Robert.
No, not yours. What is? Damn it.
You said yours.
I know. I got it on my community post because I had to look it up when I wrote my review about this one. Because I don't want to get it wrong, but I don't remember. Okay.
Wait, Nuclear Nelson, what question?
Banu. His name is Banu Badia, but I'm just going to call him Banu. So we find out why he gets chosen as an ambassador. What happens is he's at work and basically...
Okay. All right, first off, Nuclear Nelson, we're not going to go into political talk like that.
Wait, I missed it.
Morning, quick question. That's not a quick question.
Something about Scott Adkins?
Yeah, Adams.
Scott Adams. Oh, yeah. Dillard, the racist dude. Yeah. That's literally not what happened. They walked through a thing of kids. It had nothing to do with race. So yeah. That doesn't prove anything. Banu is BINNU. So I'm assuming I'm saying it right, but I don't know.
Banu, right there. BINNU, yeah.
So basically we get what happened was he's working at the telephone store in New Delhi. Mm-hmm. And these people come in, and he's got a crush on this girl right here. Mm-hmm. And he offers his life up in exchange for hers. And in doing so, gets shot.
Sorry, that's Baloo, Nelson. That's Baloo.
He gets shot. And well, I love Chun-Hu here. We need, like, if Mark Millar wants to capitalize on this book, one way to do it is put some sexy Chun-Hee covers. She is gorgeous. Mm-hmm. But she ends up getting this kid, and she ends up taking care of him. He wakes up. He starts, he's got everything, and he's picked for the ambassador program. Mm-hmm. And he's one of the 6, and he's going to represent his country. And he starts learning how to control things. Not so well at that point. Actually fucking up quite a bit. He gets his costume. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like his code name because his code name is just India. Like he's like okay with it, but like also at the same time he's like this is kind of on the nose, isn't it? Yeah. But he ends up learning a little bit more about his powers. But what he really comes to find out, we get also, this guy in the first issue killed a bunch of people, so I don't know why he's there, and we really don't get an explanation as to why. But we find out that Banu, the scene that we had seen in the mall actually happened.
Nelson, I don't think that's going to be, that's not how Millar plays it.
Hmm?
Can I make a bet? Is the ambassador for America a racist white dude?
I would bet money that that's somebody like St. Michael.
Possibly.
But the situation happened 7 years ago. 7 years ago. He thought he had that situation happen and woke up. So he had been in a coma for 7 years. And then she has to tell him that the girl he was in love with, that the girl he saved her life, that the girl that he gave up his life for is married to his best friend. And it gets all sorts of fucking awkward, and then they make okay by it, but he ends up going back, and these people come up to him, want to make a proposition for $100 million. If you tell them the secret of the powers that he's been given. So somebody knows something, and somebody is trying to get to Chun-Hee, and it's really, really good. It's really, really good. I'm really enjoying this book. I too miss Frank Quitely's art, but I like this book a lot.
Sorry.
No, Mark Millar can write anything, like just anything at this point.
I think my number 2 is your number 1.
Maybe. What do you have for number 2?
Danger Street.
Yeah, yep.
And I did my number 1 in part because I also loved it, but I also wanted to tick you off.
Oh my God, but it's so good.
Oh, I know. And I really like it is. And again, you're willing to join in on this one.
Wait, you know what, Reese? This is your favorite. I just thought I'd let you know. This is Tom King.
Yep. And yeah, again, just so much of this stuff here is just so, again, it's an interesting, well thought out book. And I think what helps here as well, this is a case where Tom King, when he excels, doing something for 12 issues, it's better when he has multiple characters that he can actually spread this out. So he needs the 12 issues to tell the story, as opposed to just one character. We could have some issues where he's kind of spinning his wheels a little.
I love how it's like written like a like a
anthology
fairy tale. Like it's so good. Those kids I fucking hate though.
Right, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like this is the case where he needs the 12 issues.
Oh, for sure. It's slow, but it's
but whereas some of the other ones, it felt like he meanders with the 12 issues.
That's fair. I don't understand the purple smoke. What the fuck was the purple smoke? Who's stopping him?
I have no clue on this one.
Also, the green? Did you see the green? Who the fuck is stopping these people? There's something there that I'm missing.
Could be Darkseid.
No, Darkseid sent Orion. Why would he be interfering?
That's true. Who knows?
Those kids have annoying faces. Not only annoying faces, but their characters are annoying and their names are annoying. One of their names is non-fat. I hate it. Like, whatever happened to normal names like Adam?
Yep. But yeah, and Lady Cop, I'm so interested in with her.
Yes.
Again, just so much of this is good. Oh, Rooftop now. So we got Batman.
Yes, Batman made a cameo. Talk to Creeper.
Bringing up about the outsiders and all that.
They're definitely, and again, I said this since issue 1. Definitely, Creeper is Tucker Carlson.
Yep. You're not America. You are not America, he said.
And he's like selling lies, like with it's so hilarious because that Dominion lawsuit just got settled, right? Mm-hmm. And this exactly what they're talking about in the Jack Ryder part of the story.
Yep. Very much so. But yeah, again, just throughout all this, it's just really good. I like where the story is going. I like the artwork, the action, so much about this. And like I said, this is why it feels so much like this is properly how, this is Tom King utilizing everything at his disposal. Before we know, it could be the helmet. It could be the helmet since that would match the purple.
Nah, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. It's got to be something different. And I don't understand why. What's his name? Warlock?
Yeah.
Why did he take off with the kid's body?
I don't know.
So weird.
It is.
But it's so good. Like literally between that and Gotham City Year 1, Tom King may have 2 out of the top 3 books of the year from DC.
What happened to Survival Street? I don't see now. I think
Survival Street's over. It was a miniseries.
I say was. I now think that's not Saint Mike. I don't think he would ever bring that up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah.
So what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Noctera.
I knew
is that Warlord? Yes, it is. I called him Warlock. Sorry. Yes,
Warlord,
it is,
yeah.
Michael. Noctera, this book is so fucking good.
Yep.
I do want Sexy Val back, but we get a little bit more kind of not really about M's backstory. Basically, his parents left him to die, and he went to go track him down, and that's all we know so far. We get the return of Bill, which is one of my favorite villains. He's just
he is becoming not a Batman who laughs like. Let's be honest.
Maybe, but without all the backstory. Honestly, like, this is one villain that is evil for evil's sake. Like, there's no redemption to this character. There's no interesting backstory. He's just fucking evil, and I kind of love it.
You think he's going to eventually become the personification of, what they're dealing with, and that when they finally kill him, it'll end it all?
Maybe, but I don't think it'll end it all.
Well, I'm just saying that's a possibility because kind of feel like they're building him up like that now, where he's the end all.
Yeah, but we also have Nox.
True.
So we find out about Nox, a little bit more about Nox, what has made the world dark, and he teams up with Bigfoot Bill.
Bigfoot Bill?
Yep, I said that wrong. Blackfoot Bill.
I was going to say, Bigfoot Bill, that's a Doug DeNapo comic.
Yeah, wrong one. Still love this page. Beautiful page. And basically...
Okay, really, Reese?
All right, what's up, Reese? Tom King will remember this for a rewrite of McDonald's menu in 10 years. LOL is best work. What?
By the way, Reese, you do know that James Gunn has said that he actually would show his Superman script to Tom King, among others, to get his opinion on it. So, yeah.
Tom King's work's amazing. Don't let Reese kid you. He's the biggest closeted Tom King fan in the world. Like, even more than me. He reads him.
You're not closeted. You're not closeted, though.
That's true. Reese reads Tom King when all the lights are off and nobody can see him because he enjoys him that much, but he's too cool to recognize it. Okay, we get EOS.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, and they're trying to get into EOS. Val goes because she can walk by him, but if she gets hurt, they can sense her. She does. Of course she gets hurt, right? That was so super, super duper predictable. But they do end up getting in, and we get our first look at EOS.
Right.
And it's gorgeous. So we're gonna find out more about EOS finally, and more about M's past, because I don't know if this is his mom or what, but like, I'm curious. I love this book.
But yeah, my number 1 is next.
And it's not DC. What is it? Usagi Yojimbo?
Ninja Turtles, Usagi Yojimbo.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hey. This has actually been around a long time, actually, this book.
So it's not new?
Oh, no. I meant the character's been around a long time. This is a brand new book, yes. Because they've done many crossovers. In fact, I went over them once with Raymond and Bianca.
Okay, I know what Usagi Yojimbo is. Isn't it a bunny?
Bunny samurai. And he lives in a world where there's no humans.
So he's a multiversal Captain Carrot. Gotcha.
Something like that. But basically, we open up with, now for Usagi, this is 20 years in his future.
Okay.
And he's meeting up with a bunch of his friends. Gen, that's the Rhino, has been his friend, one of his closest friends. And he is happily married to his longtime love. And but unfortunately, Usagi and his love, Tomoe, she has been stuck in a political marriage. and it's been made very clear there's no love between them.
Why doesn't she just leave?
It's political. It's a political marriage. And she said it has nothing to do with love at all.
Okay. Sounds like okay.
Now, but of course, though, it's made clear that this is 20 years in the future, but it is years after someone that the Turtles have dealt with has come through. So obviously we're going to have history altered by the end.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so, and so then we cut to the Turtles as they're making their way in, and that's how he draws the Turtles. They make their way. Yep. They make their way. Yep. They have to fight off a bunch of these. What?
Oh my God, it's so good.
I love his artwork when it comes to fighting.
It looks like a cartoon.
It does. But yeah, fighting their way up, and he meets this guy, Professor Werewin. And he gets away. They follow him, but they end up in a different time. And that's after when he would have arrived. And they arrive and are in Usagi's time.
Are they friends now? Oh, they don't like each other?
No, that's not Usagi. They've known Usagi, but they're not meeting up with Usagi yet.
Gotcha.
Unfortunately, because they just dealt with those monstrous turtles, they think, uh-oh.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, that's my number one because I've been a big fan of the Turtles and Usagi. And seeing yet another crossover by the creator, Usagi's creator, Stan Sakai, is always just so great.
Totally.
I knew once if it was going to be Turtles, you were going to be all like, boo.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, turtles and bunnies. Yeah. Hey. You know what's better than that? My number one book of the week. Dun, dun, dun.
That was my number two.
Danger Street. Holy shit. Reese's favorite book. And you know the thing about it is I agree with Reese on how the direction is going when it comes to the writing. And it's very, very Jack Kirby, right?
Yep. Oh, we already know he can do that.
What's that?
We already know he could write very Kirby-like.
Yes.
Okay, Nelson, really? Look at the end stream button. What's going on?
Oh, no, he put blink twice if you need help because I was being a smartass about how bad that last book of yours was. That's too funny.
You always find my books that aren't on your list bad.
It's the motherfucking Turtles. What did you expect from me?
I thought you would at least humor me.
I did humor you. That was me humoring you. So we have Starman and Warlock.
I never insult your books that I disagree with. Have you ever noticed that? I never insult your books.
You can. I won't be offended, I promise.
I'm the guest.
That's right. Okay. We have Orion fighting Star-Lord. Nope. Starman. I love the way that it's Fornas, right? Jorge Fornas.
Whoa, Reese, that's a little extreme.
The Tom King was the only writer people had access to. Suicide rates would skyrocket. Shut Reese. I think, Robert, I have a great idea. And Reese is going to really be excited for this one. So listen up.
Okay.
You should have Reese on for a
Pro Teaches
Noobs and do Mr. Miracle.
All right. Or
Vision. Yeah, either one of those. See?
But then I'd have to tolerate Reese's constant dumping on it as I'm going through the whole book. I probably would end up stop recording partway through it.
No, it would be so entertaining.
I really have to deal with Joseph dumping on Superman when I do stuff.
Good morning, Joseph. It's actually a coloring book. That's hilarious. Okay, so we have
a dipshit.
I love the way it is Jorge Fornas, right? Fornas, however you say it.
Yes.
Okay, I love the way he draws Starman. I love the way, and then we've got Lady Cop trying to figure everything out, and there's a big crash. I hate these motherfuckers. I don't care
Non-fat.
for the kids. I don't care for the kids. They are okay. So you know when you like see other people parenting their children, and you're like, just do something, parent them, kick their ass, do anything. They're fucking annoying. Your kids are bad. Your kids are bad. That's these kids.
Yep.
That's these kids. They're the worst kids, and they're annoying. And generally, like, kids are a soft spot for me, but not these ones.
Because they're brats.
They're brats. They're annoying.
Just look at them there. Just look at them there. They don't even look cute. They look. I want to punch them. I want to punch them.
And I get like we're supposed to feel bad for these kids. They just in the beginning of this, one of their friends died. We're supposed to feel bad for these little bastards, but I just want to fucking punch them.
Oh boy, Reese. I think it would be torture for Reese too. Look,
Reese, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Okay, I am reserving any Tom King books for Reese.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great idea.
Even if I have to trick him to come on.
So then we have this. What is this? What is this person? Is this a boy or a girl?
I can't tell.
I couldn't tell either. I tried looking for tits. No tits. I tried I think it's a dude.
I think it's a dude.
Manhunter like trying to kill him and it won't happen. It can't happen, and he's a little fucking son of a bitch.
I think it's the helmet.
I don't think it's the helmet. And they're ugly crying and they got snot. I don't know. I don't know if that's a boy or girl. And then oh my God.
Nelson, just to make this clear since you're new, when Tristan's jumping on the
turtle,
it's mostly a joke because I have shown her good turtle books and she has liked them.
There's always an exception to a rule. See, and now this is green. I don't get it.
So I say, well, you love Batman TMNT. You enjoyed The Last Ronin.
Yeah. Turtles still suck. Two things can be true at the same time, right?
Oh, you adored Batman Ninja Turtles. You adored that.
Good morning, Zeno. Good morning, Tevia. So we have Warlock. He's stealing the dead kid's body.
Okay, Hooded, please don't be talking about views right now. I'm already feeling...
I mean, he's not wrong.
I know, but I don't need to be reminded right now.
So, anyways.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. We have Tucker Carlson.
Right.
And he gets a message from Batman.
Were you expecting Batman to show up?
No, I didn't. I had no idea. But he's like,
the turtle stole DLC from Injustice.
Yes. So here's the thing that bothered me about Tom King writing Batman. I don't like. I would say after about, I don't know, maybe issue 60 or so, around there, of Batman underneath Tom King. This reminded me very much so of why I hate Tom King writing Batman. I tolerate your talk, but there's a limit. The Outsiders talk ends now.
Nonsense ends now, yeah.
Whatever. And he's like, are you really going to say that everybody has to run their talking points through you? And then he goes, you're a man who reads a teleprompter and dresses up in a red boa and laughs at other people's pain. You're not American. What?
You're America. You're not America.
You're not America. Whatever. But like,
okay, Hooded, really?
Here's the thing. The way he writes Batman is...
He's a dick.
He's not only a dick, but he's a bit He's a bit of a fascist.
Yep. Hey, didn't we already know that from Blue Beetle?
That's a fair point. But like, that was my least favorite part of this. But I mean, at least Tucker Carlson stands up for himself here, right?
Go, Carlson.
At least he stands up for himself, even though he knows that he is lying to America. He knows he's sowing hate and fear and division. but he still says it. I don't know. I just don't like the way he writes Batman.
Hooded, I'm not asking you to coddle me. It's just I just recently
Robert, I am talking about a comic book. Ignore it.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. But I like how Warlock's going through and he's talking to his wife. Warlord, whatever. He's talking to his wife. He misses her, and he's talking about all the things he misses and what's so great about her, and what kind of his insecurities, like being a bare-chested guy with a sword and quest. That's enough. It should be enough. Sometimes it's not enough. And then he's like, sometimes I just want to be a superhero. So he takes off. But as they're fighting, him and the dumbass kids go, and he ends up like crashing into Lady Cop.
Yeah, and Nelson did that's a good point. How are you not supposed to be a Don Lemon?
That's a good point. I guess I looked at the look.
It could be either extreme.
It could. I looked at the look and it reminded me. I mean, Jack Ryder always has that look, but it just looked like in Vampire Phobia. Yes. So I don't watch Don Lemon, and I don't think he's gotten sued for $1 billion, but I could be wrong. So the newsboy basically sells out all the other newsboys, and now he's only being protected. He's the only one being protected,
right?
I guess. And we end up with them crashing. I always loved Tom King's last scene in these books because it's all the chaos. The kid has a gun, the annoying fucking kid, and he's about to shoot Starman because he knows Starman killed his friend. This guy this non-binary person ends up dying. And this is what I mean.
Finally got killed, yeah.
I always love this last page because
it's the helmet summarizing everything.
Yes, and we got the crash, we got Lady Cop, we got Tucker Carlson, we got the almost death of Starman, possible death of Starman, and we've got what's this guy's name?
Oh, Agent Victory.
Agent Victory.
I want to read
solely protecting one of the newsboys, and now it's going to be continued.
Monsters forsake monsters, as surely as brothers are loyal to brothers. But will these rules from which we build our story stay fast and true? To be continued.
I love it. It's so fucking good.
Yep.
It's such a good book. Like, honestly, I don't know that I can say it's better than Gotham Year One. That was...
No, definitely not better than Gotham Year One.
One of the best detective noir stories in a very long time.
I will say this, though. It's definitely better than Human Target.
Is it?
In my opinion, yes. Probably because I don't have as much of a tight connection to most of these characters as I did the Justice League International.
That's true.
That's what I noticed.
I need to go back and read that.
That's one thing that you and Hood have made very clear. If you don't have a connection to these characters, you're more likely to enjoy the books they're in. If you have a tight connection, you're more likely to be pissed off.
That's fair. If you're talking about the Adam Strange book, it's phenomenal.
I know. And again, I was able to tolerate to a point, but only if I remind myself this is not canon. This is not canon.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. I think between this and
not that year one, not yet that year one, Joseph.
Gotham Year One. I think between those two, that'll be probably at the end of the year, probably in my top 5 books of the year. Like, they're that good. They're really, really good. And we didn't get anything like Echolands quite yet this year, so I think I'm gonna have a lot more DC in the end of the year. They're so fucking good.
Yep. So next is our honorary that we both have.
Our honorary mention in our
next.
We're actually gonna go through and review it. Now this is the end. Dun dun dun. Of Born in Blood.
Can I be honest?
Of course.
I have enjoyed this entire series, all right? So I want to make that very clear, but I think I went off the rails towards the end.
With the magic?
with the magic. Again, it was still well drawn. I like a lot of the writing. But once they brought in the magic, which they barely set up before, it just went wham! Like, whoa, where is it going this way?
I wasn't a fan of the introduction of the magic helmet because it took away a lot of the stakes, and that's what I said initially. I didn't like that the idea of there was no now there was no now consequence for action or inaction. The magic with the Chrono stuff, which we'll get into with Ariel, I did like to a point. I think
Nelson, not really.
I'm not getting paid to talk about it at all. I wish.
We're being honest. Hey, we're being honest. If we were being paid, do you honestly think we would be, even show any hint of criticism?
Yeah. But my biggest, and right off the bat, I love the series. I hope there's more.
I agree.
I do think it was a really good, and this is Drew's first book. Like, you've got to keep those things in mind.
Yeah, definitely.
I wondered when we had him on Sunday, he said he made Ariel non-redeemable.
Definitely.
And then I read her backstory, and I'm like, you're kind of trying to redeem her here. Like, you're trying to make her relatable. So I was like, a little weird, but yes, this is written by Drew from Comics Elite Dolan.
Yep.
Joe Corallo is the editor, and we've got our Arello Mazzara.
I know that Joe helped with the writing. He helped with the writing.
And I will say right off the bat, super enjoyed this artist.
Yeah, I love the art.
I absolutely love this art. So from this point, I'll explain a little bit of the backstory. We've got Giaris and Leonidas finally returning to the kingdom. They were kidnapped. They're finally returning. Ariel took over as the queen, and now they're getting, she wants them dead so she can be the queen.
Obviously.
And this is and they throw her into this pit, and
full of bones and rats and bugs
and green goo.
I think that's supposed to be mud or shit
or sewer water. Ew.
Which would be shit.
Yes, nasty. So one character I want to mention here, while I'm being a little critical, is the son. Completely useless in this story.
Yep, completely useless. I have to agree with that.
The only thing I see the son even needed is because Ariel promised Leonidas a son. But I expected a little bit more, especially like when I reviewed 5, I said, I think just the interaction that Giaris had with the little girl in town, she would be able to form a connection with her little brother, who is essentially who this is, her half brother.
Yeah, her half brother, but nope.
And there is one thing. What's that?
I was gonna say, now what we're about to find out about the father. Yeah, I saw this coming because the way he acted in the first one and from the first issue onward, it's totally in character with him.
With Leonidas? I mean Cleomenes?
Yeah. The way he was acting and all that stuff. Oh no. And given the time period and everything, it made absolute sense.
Yeah. But we get Ariel's backstory. Basically, the god Kronos had arrived through this meteor, and they had a very fully functioning society because of it. They were able to use telepathy, telekinesis. They were able to thrive in that sense. And ever since then, she wants to bring back Cronus and claim her throne.
Right.
And I think that is a good motivation. I like her motivation. I like the fighting.
I just realized something. Is it just me or does this ought to make her look a little younger than she looked like in the first couple issues?
I don't think so. No, I like this. I like both artists. I will say that. But this I prefer. I do. Drew, thank you so much.
Yay!
I'm glad you love Aurello's art. We are the perfect team and we'll be working together more. There will be more Born of Blood and other stuff. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. And Drew, expect once I get issues 3 and then I buy issues 4, 5, and 6 from my local comic book store, I will finally do a proper review.
Review it as a trade. Perfect.
Well, beginning to end, but yes.
I mean, yeah, whatever. I have to be perfect about it. Boobies, yes, always with the boobies. Thank you, Drew. I called this, and Drew can confirm this. I said in some way, shape, or form about issue 3 that Leonidas was going to backstab Giaris, but I thought it was going to be a full-on fledged backstabbing. I didn't think it was going to be magic related, but he does like beat the fuck out of this girl. And love breaks the spell.
Yep.
It's love's true kiss.
Love conquers all.
That's right. And they finally realize it. He realized what happened. And then I don't know if this was done on purpose. I wish they would have done this back to back. When you get this flashback, you have, and I'm sure the artist did this on purpose, but I wish it was on the same page. Right here, you have her shape.
Yep.
And then when you flash back to a younger her, it's exactly the same. And
I love that.
It's such a good way to do a flashback because Leonidas.
To be fair, I would say though, having it be on the last corner page and then it'll be the top corner page is the best thing you could do if you couldn't keep it on the same page.
For sure. I just thought that was a really cool addition on how they flash back.
But yeah, Giaris' dad, what a bastard. But we already knew that.
Yes. Leonidas and the Spartans come through Ariel's town and just kind of demolish literally everything. And take Ariel, and it got a little rapey, and then it didn't. And she said she showed him what she was capable of. She fell in love with Leonidas, and he cheated on her. And that was one issue I also had, was that Ariel's mom was just some like
random
home wrecker, right? Like she wasn't anything special. And that kind of felt like it fell a little flat.
A little.
But she's got some big old titties.
Yep.
So she's telling her story about her. There's a lot of exposition here in these pages.
Although I gotta say, that lab of hers looks a little too modern. The way the shelving and everything, just the way it looks.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. I don't think so. The exposition.
I just said a little.
Yeah. In a nutshell, basically, is she's immortal at this point. She had timed this out and done this for years in order to get by Cleomenes by his side, advising him, corrupting his mind with power, until he basically, made his own demise, and she facilitated in that demise. And all right, she's basically completely psycho, but you also, which surprised me, understand her reasoning because of
like big old biddies.
Her whole area, her whole community was slaughtered, and she was taken back. So you understand why she did what she did. But
I gotta say, when you're mad, she is mad. Look at that smile.
I didn't think she was supposed to look mad there. I thought she was supposed to look utterly psychotic.
But I'm still mad.
Yeah, but she looks
mad.
psycho.
When I said mad, I meant mad as in insane.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So basically what she needed though to get Kronos was the helmet. And Giaris and Leonidas basically delivered that for her. So she starts to bring in Leonidas. There's all this chaos that he brings. And we get a really cool splash page. When Drew showed me this, I was like, is it fucking zombies? Like, what just happened? But no, it actually made a lot of sense in the story. Out of context, I was like, what is going on? But in context,
we got a booty shot.
Yes. Holy booty alert. But they end up fighting.
Jara's definitely has one of the best booties I've seen in comics in a while.
I mean, yeah, you can't really deny that. You can't at all. And Giaris ends up closing the portal, but we also get to see Cleomenes come back as a dead person, zombie, basically, momentarily.
But then her half brother just jumps on it like, "No, Mom, wait!"
Yeah, he just literally jumps to his death. That's what I'm saying. He was basically a useless character.
Yeah, she could have at least helped him. Instead, she just glares. It's like, "Yeah, go ahead, go jump, you bastard."
Yeah, meh. C'est la vie. And Giaris, without ever using again with
this felt a little.
She was like you open this portal that took Ariel years to learn to open, and she's just like, it's barely an inconvenience to close it. Yeah. That's why I was like, okay, all right, well, that's fine. I love the rest of this. I'm not gonna lie, the rest of this is so cute. He asked her to marry him. They had a cutesy wedding. I love it. It's so freaking cute. I love that he grabs her and follows her. Oh, it's so cute. Finally, we get this. I gave Drew a little bit of shit when he first started introducing the romance between them. And I was like, it felt forced. It didn't feel like natural dialogue. And this shows such a huge difference. Like, this felt so fucking real. And I love the way he shows their love here. And I love this. So here's the I'm going to show you the last page, but
I know.
Giaris tells him to wait outside, and she says, "Are you indeed my king?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course." And then she's like, "Prove it." And I love it. It's so good. This was a cover. I mean, it was by a different artist, but this was a previous cover. I never expected to see it again. I love it. So good. And her facial expression, like,
prove it.
Bitch face. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
The romance was written well, finally, and I think that
I agree.
That was the redemption of that romance arc.
I definitely agree with all that. Overall, this was good with a perfect note, but for a first time writing, it is still surprisingly decent. When I say it's like my greatest book of the year, I wouldn't go that far, but I would say I really enjoyed it. It would definitely be one of my top indie books of the year. Overall, probably not, but indie books, yes. Yeah, it was really well done, and I like the way that it ended, because it ended on. Yeah. You could end it here. You could, and you could end it here. You wouldn't necessarily need to go on if you didn't want to. You just get a new adventure.
Yeah. I really, really enjoyed the romance stuff. The only parts, like I said, that I was a little critical on was the little boy, and then Giaris basically going a little Mary Sue at the end, and like, I know how to do everything. It's over. But it needed to wrap up. So I also understand that too. Did Robert just leave? I didn't even realize it. Great fucking book. And I'm glad to see that it is continuing. And I think I hope when it does continue, the artist continues with Drew, because I mean, you can see why, right? Like look at the way that Giaris looks. It's absolutely beautiful. Did he say he'd be right back? I didn't even realize it. It ended with boobies and a sexy come hither look. I call that good. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it ended on boobies. Yeah, boobies. Yeah.
And even before that, they had their wholesome wedding moment. So you still had that, like, you know that there's so much love there. And when I read that page, all I could think of was that, like, dun, 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 dun. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yep, I know. Wedding. I know what you mean.
I really enjoyed it. Did you like this series overall?
I did. Again, overall, I did like it. Like I said, overall, I did like it. It would definitely be in my upper echelon of indie books. Overall books, probably not, but for indie books specifically, yes.
Yeah, I'm curious where it's going to go from here, because it started with Yaris being an 18-year-old girl thrown into a pit, and now we've got a full-fledged queen.
There's a reason why.
Yeah, the son was there so Ariel could be queen regent. And I wish I had more pages to flesh out the struggle to close the portal. And I totally get that. I do.
Yeah.
And it made sense. I just thought it was kind of funny.
It was, and but that makes sense.
He just fell. What's that?
I said, so the son was just a means to an end, and once he didn't need him.
I mean, and the kid was so dumb, he just jumped after his mother. Like,
yeah, it's just like, Mom, wait! Ah!
Like, she just bitch slapped you in issue 5. And yet you're so worried about it.
And he still had the mark and everything.
He could have very easily stayed and could have had Ariel, take over the mothering role and be able to understand more of that character. But that character was dumb. Not on Drew, like he was purposefully dumb. That's what I mean.
Right. I was saying probably Stockholm syndrome.
Oh yeah. Abusive, toxic parent. Yep, absolutely. And I totally get it. Those were my only gripes. Other than that, this series as a whole has been very good. And I said this before, I'm not much of a period piece person. I'm not a big Sparta or 300, but it was great. It was great. I can't wait to see more.
Okay, so now we can get to the moment I've been waiting to get to, the Superman talk.
Superman turned 85. Also, thank you so much, Drew. And I will clip the review and put all of your links in the description.
Yep. But yeah, so did Lois, and so did Krypton. Even though it wasn't called Krypton, but that's what it was.
What was it called originally?
No, it was just some other planet. It was never originally given a name yet.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
that makes sense.
So Superman turned 85 officially, and I knew it. I knew Joseph was gonna be all boo. Superman, though, let's be honest, he is definitely and he set the standard for so much. We wouldn't be having a lot of comic heroes. We wouldn't even have Batman if it wasn't for Superman. Never forget that.
I mean, I guess.
Batman and Bob Kane and Bill Finger would never had the chance or the need to do it if it wasn't for the proof that Superman's shown about how big things could be.
I think we should look at isn't Batman 100 years old?
Next year.
He's not gonna be 100.
Not 100. He'll be 85.
85, yeah. All right, let's take a look at the best 15 Superman stories of all time and see how much Robert's read of them, because I haven't read them all.
Yep, love that. Read that one for all seasons. Great one. Great.
Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. Yeah, I've read this.
That is so good.
They better include Warworld Saga. That's all I gotta say.
But yeah, I would agree with this one. So damn good.
Yes. Oh, duh.
Duh.
This should be further down. Okay. If you guys haven't read Kingdom Come, you are missing out. It is one of the best books from DC of all freaking time. Ever. Written by Mark Waid, drawn by Alex Ross. Most beautiful book. Here, I'll make it big. I don't know how to do that. Hold on a second. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful book. I love this.
Look at angry Superman there. Look at him. That is the angry God look.
Do you think that You think that it's a Superman story though? I mean, yeah.
Yes, Superman is at the heart of the story.
Yeah, that's fair. I would consider it a team book, but it's still one of the best Superman stories.
But it's mostly about Superman. Yes, there's a bit of a team dynamic, but it's also at the heart, it's still Superman.
I think that's what makes me like World's Finest so much, is that we got to play off of that with Magog.
Yep.
And I called it, I'm going to say it right fucking now. I called it at the very beginning.
Yep, you did.
I love this book. And like, Alex Ross is, I know he did that recent Fantastic Four full circle book that everybody really liked. One of the most talented people.
He did that great Kingdom Come and Thy Kingdom Come one shot on Superman that he both penciled and drew and colored and wrote.
Also, there was rumors when this was going around that he had a lot to do with the writing too.
But that's the thing though. Kingdom Come, it was his plot. Then they asked Mark Waid. Mark Waid didn't feel right about it. Then Tom Pryor, a friend of his, was able to help because he basically felt like, I don't want to do a Superman that feels it's, bitter and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there was Tom Pryor who had to give him a different point of view of it, and then he finally wrote it.
Okay, that makes sense. How Raymond says he has not read Kingdom Come yet. How
could you have? How have you not, Raymond? Get on it.
It's so good. And it's such a beautiful story. I love Kingdom Come.
Must There Be a Superman? That's a classic.
I actually don't know if I know this story.
Funny thing is, you know who inspired this story?
A
young Jeff Loeb.
Oh, really?
Young Jeff Loeb met up with the writer, made a similar question, and then they basically inspired him to write this story of the Guardians of the Universe pulling him a Superman sign saying, you're doing too much for humanity, that they're not going to progress without you. But of course, this sets up the whole precedent of Superman is an inspiration. But yeah, does he do too much? Is he not doing enough?
That's awesome. I need to read it. I do.
It is a great story. One of the best.
Knowing CBR will be all normie? Nah, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
These are legitimately good stories. Superman XL. Yes!
Yeah.
Yes! Yes! This one I love. This is what happens when
he killed people in the Phantom Zone.
He killed Phantom Zoners, and after that he put himself into exile because he couldn't trust himself. Right beforehand, he had when at nighttime he would become this he would take the identity of I forget the name of it, but another vigilante where he was holding back still, but beating the shit out of people, Batman style, because he had to let out his aggression.
Wow, I'm surprised that's on there. I mean, I'm not, but
that's a great one too.
Kurt Busiek.
Yep, that is a great one. This is basically Superboy Prime done properly. A world where there's no heroes, and we see a very realistic take on a Superman.
Oh, is Red Sun on here? I'm sure Red Sun. Oh, Death of Superman. At 10? At 10? Come on now.
Well, let's see what else is on the list before we complain about it.
The Superman reinvented death in comic books, though, right? Like,
yeah.
He was gone for 3 years.
That was the first time it was done in continuity.
Yes. It was a big fucking deal.
Now, of course, they call it a cash grab. That's not exactly true. It was done because they were told...
Who called it a cash grab?
Right there.
Oh, I guess it would help if I read the article.
Yeah. It's like, no, it wasn't a cash grab. It was done because they originally were going to have the wedding. Then Lois and Clark told them, no, you can't. We haven't gotten to that point yet. So they felt bitter. And there used to be a running joke at the office that if they ever just hit a brick wall, and everything, they'd say, let's just kill him. But in this case, they're finally like, yeah, let's do it. And then Mike Carlin, the editor, said, okay, wise guys, if we kill him, what happens next? And that's when they realized that's the big story.
Yeah, exactly.
Not the death itself, but what happened afterwards. is the real story to tell.
When I had Dan Jurgens on, he was talking about how much planning went into all the different, they all had different ideas on what the next Superman should be. So they did all of them.
Yeah, each one got their own. You got Steel, you got the Eradicator, you got the Cyborg Superman, and you have Superboy.
Yep. I thought that was so cool. I'm calling it All-Star is going to be number one. That's my favorite Superman story. That's my favorite. What do you think number one's going to be?
Probably going to be All-Star, but I feel that's because that's the go-to. For me, it's not number one for me. It is close. What? It's in top 5. It's in the top 5. But for me, number one is Up, Up, and Away.
Ooh, or whatever happened to Truth, Justice, and the American Way.
Oh yeah. What's so funny? But yeah, let's keep.
Or what's so funny? Yeah.
Let's see what number 9 is.
Great story. I can't believe it's at 10. Oh wow!
What?
Wow. Okay,
9.
Okay, I'm gonna start to agree with Nuclear Nelson. This list sucks.
Okay, let's wait and see what else is here.
All-Star Superman's so good, and I love. I always love the scene a lot of people go to, right, where he's sitting there with the girl and he's just sitting there with her.
No, standing there with her, but
whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean.
Why?
He's just being present, and that's what saved her life.
Yeah, yep. And he just simply said, like, your doctor really was held up. You're not alone. You'll never be alone.
Figure Drawing said, Frank quietly, I'm not surprised. Quite frankly, I'm not surprised.
Quite frankly, yep. All-Star.
I am.
Oh, geez, yep. Interesting. I remember. I even tried to show Joseph that he still had issues with it. It didn't do anything for him.
Oh my God! You know what? That's because he also hates marijuana. So I mean.
Oh, Red Sun.
Red Sun is a good one too. Red Sun's really okay. Injustice better be on here. If Red Sun is on here, Injustice has to be on here, right?
Yeah, I would think so. But Red Sun, this is so good. What I love best about this was it could have very easily been America good, communism bad. But no, it's ended up being a case where Superman, it's still Superman in the end.
Yeah. I mean,
and he's still
for
Superman,
the most part.
But he just have a skewed ideology, but deep down he's still Superman at heart.
Yes. Yep, exactly.
I went over that one. Man of Steel. Great one.
John Byrne. Yes. Wow, this is higher than All-Star? Okay. All right,
I'm curious. I am curious on what's next.
Yes.
What's so funny?
This story was written by Neil Gaiman, right?
No, this was written by Joe Kelly.
Joe Kelly. Okay. I don't know why I thought
this was a one-shot. This was just a one-shot.
Yes. But what was the Superman story written by Neil Gaiman that I'm thinking of?
He's done a bunch of stories, but short stories, but he hasn't done any main Superman story.
I really liked it, and I can't remember what it was.
Hold on, let me look it up. Neil Gaiman's Superman.
Okay, well, I guess he
No, he's never really written Superman.
He said that Morpheus he came up with an inspiration. I thought he wrote What's So Funny About Truth, Justice, and the American Way.
Oh, I love this. He actually said at one point, Superman can't just be relevant to modern audiences. Thank you.
Wait, what do you mean by that? Thank you.
No, because he's saying that they don't have to just be them. And he even says, you don't make it relevant. You make it inspiring.
Yes. Doesn't need to be, it needs to fucking inspire. At the end of the day, that's what it needs to do. For the man who has everything.
For the man who has everything. Wait. Oh, yep. That's Alan Moore. That's Alan Moore.
Yes.
Another great one.
That's a good, I didn't know they made that into the animated one.
That is one of the few adaptations that Alan Moore said he loves.
Wait. Alan Moore said he loves something?
Yes. It is one of the few adaptations where he gives his approval of.
I love that story. That's a good one. Wow, I'm surprised.
Brainiac! You and I went over this one.
What? Yeah,
that's a Paul Kent and everything. This was the quintessential Superman Brainiac story.
Okay, and I like this story, but it's higher than.
Yeah.
What's so funny about Truth, Justice, the American Way for the man who had everything? It's higher than.
I think it's because of the death of Paul.
Okay, this is a list. This is just a list. It's a subjective viewpoint. Birthright. Okay.
Birthright's above all so many.
Yeah.
I like Birthright, but I'm not going to put it up that high.
No, and I am glad. I'm curious though to see how this continues.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that Mark Waid's getting a new book. Really? This list.
7. Oh wait. Oh God.
What? This list is so bad, you guys.
From Grounded, all because.
Well, at least they don't have the one on here where he says he's not American anymore.
No, but this is the one where he actually also acknowledged that because he promised he wouldn't catch her if she jumped, it was implied he would have let her fall.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and okay, whatever happened to Man Tomorrow, that would not be number 1 on my list.
What?
To be fair, this is a story that I both like, but I feel it's overhyped.
Yeah,
Especially with the whole, I killed someone, even though it was someone that Mixie, who was going to be way more dangerous for 1,000 years. I still kill people. Superman should not kill. I'm going to walk into this gold kryptonite chamber and remove my power, and then later say how Superman was completely irrelevant. Oh,
that was a terrible list. We should have made our own list. That would have been a good call. But yeah,
if you had asked me, I would have.
I mean, I figured these would be halfway. I don't really use CBR in these websites, so I figured.
Please, two-parter, the sex tape one. Yes, that's a bad one.
Oh, come on. That's classic cringe, though.
Yeah, Big Barda and Superman make a porno.
That's good bad, right? That's like so bad it's fucking great.
Earth What? No! That does not deserve to be on a worst list.
What?
It was met with groans by fans? No, it wasn't.
I mean, they did change Clark quite a bit, but...
Wasn't that bad. He's too
angsty. Oh, my God.
Mopey. Oh, he was a little bit angsty and mopey, but it was more understandable.
Oh, my God.
This list sucks already. Let's see what number 8 is.
This is hilarious.
In the name of God... Oh, wait. Is that
it?
Okay, no. They're showing stuff from the Kingdom, but this is the Chuck Austin run. Yes! Yes! This deserves to be on the list. The Chuck Austin arc was so stupid.
Wait. In the name of God was when...
This was the Chuck Austin run.
Okay, so this wasn't directly after Mark Waid stuff, with the Mark Waid and...
No, that is
the
Kingdom. That is the Kingdom.
The Kingdom, okay.
They're using the Kingdom's cover, but it had nothing to do with that. Raymond and I went over this one, and he agreed it was trash.
Is Injustice on the list? No! Injustice is good. Injustice is good.
Let's see what's next.
Oh, God. For tomorrow?
Yes, that deserves to be on the list.
Oh, Brian Azzarello's? Wait.
Yes, this was the Brian Azzarello one where he was having it be Superman's more alien than ever before. He just does not get Superman at all. He never got Superman.
Brian Azzarello doesn't get Wonder Woman either. Godfall.
No. What? This was a fun story.
Wait, wasn't this Michael Turner?
Yeah, Michael Turner designed it, but it was a different artist. But yeah,
okay.
Of a bad costume, it stuck Superman in. Okay, that's a great costume. What the hell are they talking about?
I would not have expected this.
Me neither. This is a bad list. This is a bad list. This is a Whom God Destroyed. Yes, that was shit. He's to the point where I even brought it up to Jared about doing it for Teacher Doob. He's like, I hate you. I hate you. Thank God he read it, otherwise I wouldn't.
Oh my God. Why? Distant Fires. I don't even know this one.
There's another crappy Elseworlds.
Okay. All right. I've never even heard of that one.
Basically post-apocalyptic. Hell on Earth. That was a bad New 52 story.
But New 52 was perfect. It's got Bunker.
Bunker was there, with some of the Teen Time, but Hell on Earth was bad.
Oh my God. Grounded?
Oh yes, which is funny because they put one issue in from Grounded in their top list. They put in one issue as their number 2.
Yeah. Oh my God, Eder Send.
Oh yes, that is one of the worst stories because that's where the phrase "bearded idiot" came from.
Oh my God. Okay, so that was half all right. I mean,
half agreeable, but
here's the thing: there's one I would add to the top 15, and that is sort of underrated, and that is American Alien.
Yes, I would agree to that one. But I would definitely put Up and Away as one of the best go-to. Give someone the book so they can understand Superman stories.
That's fair.
That was Jeff Johns and Kurt Busiek.
Oh, we got a strongest list too. I can't believe I should have vetted the list. I didn't really, but I figured it'd be funner to react. There we go. To how bad or how good they were. No injustice on either list. And no Max Landis. Come on now.
Yeah, Max Landis probably, these people probably don't like him, so they wouldn't put him on the list.
New 52 is perfect. Don't forget that. Hello and good morning, Shelby. Yeah, apparently it's perfect. That's what I've heard. So, okay, so we've got the strongest versions of from the comics, obviously.
Cyborg Superman.
Hank Henshaw. Did you see that cover? Why is there so many ads on this website? What the? It's like freezing shit up. Did you see that Hank Henshaw cover for Night Terrors?
Yep.
Oh my God, it looks so good. It looks so realistic. I like Hank Henshaw. I mean, I would say he's pretty strong. Mm-hmm. Electric, oh God. Electric Superman?
Electric Superman actually was not the worst in its execution compared to what would come afterwards.
I do like the idea that we're seeing with John getting like the electric blue powers a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll have to see how it goes. Yeah, my boy, my favorite fascist ever.
Yeah, but 13 on the list. You're happy is that low?
Shut up, Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Ultraman.
I can't see him. There it is.
Why?
It froze.
Did you blink? Did you blink? What the fuck is going? This CBR website is terrible. You see why I don't use these fucking websites?
Yep, I said froze for a second. That's why.
No, you just blinked. You forgot. Ultraman is awesome, and we got him in the DCEU with Henry Cavill.
Yep. That was
pretty
definitely
much.
No, that would be Brightburn. Brightburn was more Ultraman.
I haven't seen that yet. The best thing to come out of New 52 was the Court of Owls.
Yes.
Court of Owls is fucking great. One of the best storylines ever. And we've got Greg Capullo draws my favorite Bruce Wayne ever.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Yeah, what the fuck? But to be fair, dude, this list came out last year.
What's that got to do with anything?
He's saying Injustice just killed Ultraman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This list is old. Yeah, he's dead. He did.
The
Red Sun.
Yeah, he was very powerful. Yes.
More powerful than Injustice Superman?
Yes, because he was borderline Silver Age level. Borderline.
Yeah, that's fair.
Brutal. Oh, that's from Earth 2. That version. That ended up being a Bizarro clone. Yeah, that one had some incredibly powerful heat vision.
Why don't I know this character? That feels wrong.
That was from Earth 2. Tom Taylor and James Robinson brought him in, and then Tom Taylor would handle him and eventually reveal him as a Bizarro.
Okay. That feels weird because I don't know the character. Bizarro! Yeah, I love Bizarro.
I'm happy to see you.
I love it. I had ad block on. I had it on figure drawing, I promise. But
do you remember I was going over that
it made me undo
world?
It. Yes, I love. You know what? That's not my favorite version of Bizarro, though. My favorite version of Bizarro
I know it is the Red Hood's one. I know.
Oh yes, that character is so great.
I prefer Bizarro #1.
No. And what was it called? And I think I asked you this when we were going over that.
Forever Evil. Forever Evil was the story.
Yes. What did they call him though? I forget.
BZ1 or something, or
Yes.
BRZ1.
Forever Evil is so good.
It was. Armored Superman. Oh yes, from the
dark side.
Yes, that's the one where what if he was raised on Apocalypse.
Fucking awesome. He looks fucking awesome.
Out of my way, new god.
I love it. I love Armored Superman. Okay, Val-Zod. Wait, what?
Didn't Val-Zod get his ass handed to him by Ultraman?
Yeah. What?
I said, didn't he get his ass handed to him by Ultraman?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he got trapped in the Phantom Zone. What? Val-Zod is this low on the list?
Yeah.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
Let's keep going. John Kent.
Sorry. I'm sorry. What?
He's more powerful than Val-Zod? Okay, what is this? What does this list rank powers?
I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna give myself this label right here, okay? I am the #1 John Kent stan on YouTube. I think that's a fair list. I think that's a fair label, I mean.
Yeah.
But this genuinely made me laugh because this should not be here.
By the way, you know I just read an article saying Katana Collins hopes they do a Zatanna and Catwoman spin-offs in the White Knight universe.
Wait, seriously? That would be so cool.
That's what they want to do. They want to do spin-offs with more of that.
That would be so... I love Katana Collins. Her Harley stuff was so good.
And I can't wait for Generation Joker.
I know. Wow. John isn't Superman. He most definitely is. But that genuinely made me laugh. Thanks for the laugh today, CBR. I appreciate you. Calvin Ellis. Okay, that's fair.
That's fair.
Calvin Ellis is at least they didn't have like Val-Zod, him above Val-Zod. Okay, that's fair.
Yep.
Kingdom Come.
Kingdom Come. Yes, he was at his strongest to the point where Kryptonite wasn't even working on him anymore.
All-Star.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be #1?
That's what I was kind of thinking it was going to. Oh, wait, I know it's going to be
Cosmic Armor.
Final Crisis. Oh, my God.
And #1's going to be DC and the 1 million.
Yep. That's exactly what it.
Superman Prime, of course.
Yep. I knew that's exactly what. But how can you pat John? John's a teenager. You haven't even given him time to develop his Superman. He's been Superman like for 4 minutes.
Tris, once they have their opinion, they stick to it.
But I love John Kent as Superman, and I can even recognize reality, right? We live in reality.
Yep.
Okay. I guess so. Superman. Have you done a Pro Teaches Noob on 1 million?
No, I have not. That's a bit. Okay. You want to know why I haven't done one on 1 million?
Because you suck?
No. Here's why.
Am I supposed to be? Oh, yeah.
That's
that
why.
should be a series.
Yes. This is why. This will include all of the tie-ins and everything. The most I've done was 1 million has been the 2 issues of Superman Batman that afterwards tied into it. Wait a minute. Nuclear Nelson. John hasn't proved he's Superman yet. He did in Dark Crisis.
Oh, he definitely has proved he's Superman.
But anyway, I was all to say was, you want to know some other Superman stories I'm surprised never made the list?
What's that?
Well, give me the floor. Superman Up in the Sky by Tom King.
Mm-hmm.
Superman Unchained by Scott Snyder. And like I said, Up, Up, and Away. My favorite Superman story. Period.
I can't believe that those lists were so bad.
Yeah, seriously. They put 701 on the list.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Again,
I don't get that at all.
Been on the list. This should have been on the list. It's one of the best Superman stories, period. Especially the moment when going back to Lois, when Superman had revealed, like, he got his powers back, and I just love this all. She's been with him as Clark, no powers for a year, and so, but what did she do then? Like, stop, and stop. Like, I need a minute. I've just got 3 words for you. Go get them.
They're so freaking cute.
And then, but when she flies off, I love this bit. You said your vision powers weren't back yet, but your hearing is. You heard something all the way across town. Wave your right hand if you can hear me. Good. I love that. Further, I love that. It's like, wave your right hand if you can hear me. Good. Because I've got a few more than 3 words I wanted you to know. Something important. Was I happy when your powers were gone? Happy to have my husband all to myself? Yes. Yes, I was. But it's like a fireman's wife is happy when he doesn't have to go and risk his life in a burning building. He's still a fireman, and she knows that. And I knew who you were when I married you. It's what you are. It's part of why I love you. You're a fireman. And when there's a fire, just give a smile. Go do what you have to do, Clark. In Baker Line, wherever. Then find Inner Gang and hurt them. Go get them. I'm behind you all the way.
I love it. I love it.
That is why I feel like that right there explains the perfectness between Lois and Superman. I dare Jared to prove me wrong on that.
I mean, to be fair, it is her anniversary too, so perfect story.
Exactly. And again, it's just so well done. And then there's another great bit. Again, this is when Clark was still having no powers. You minimized me again.
Oh my God, Rob. No, I'm just kidding.
Look at this. They're at a monster truck rally. Lois is cheering on, and Clark is just reading a book. And I just love this. Clark, you really don't have to stay. Not if you don't want to. Monster trucks is just something I used to do with my dad. And it's kind of stuck with me. The noise, the smells, it all brings him back for me. But it obviously bores you stupid, so it's okay. I've got a book, and I don't mind the noise. Kind of fascinating to hear that many new ways for someone to shout, hey, cool, broken car, too. You sneaked a look at your watch for 3 minutes in the last 3 times in the last 10 minutes. Go. It's nice of you to come along, but you don't have to put yourself through it. Buy you dinner at Basalo? You're on. Have fun. Hope that Pinto makes it.
Oh my gosh.
Again, moments like that, it's just... Okay,
Jared proved you wrong, apparently.
Yeah, I don't...
Okay, that made me giggle. Okay.
That's what I'm just saying. This is why I love this story so much.
Yes.
It is perfect.
I totally get it. I still say, I mean, I know it's the generic answer, but All-Star Superman is still my favorite. I know Joseph really enjoyed it. He talked about how much he liked it.
I didn't care for Lois in that story, to be honest.
I mean,
Lois was not that great in it. Wasn't bad, but not that great.
Whatever, you're wrong. Anyways, the best villains for Superman. Let's see if this one's any better. I used a different website this time, you guys. I promise.
Metallo.
I promise.
Okay. Interesting.
See, this is a problem when talking about Superman's villains, is because comparatively to Batman, just like with everything else with Superman, his villains suck. Some of them are good. Metallo, I have been really enjoying recently in Action Comics. Traumatic Metallo.
Yep, and it turns out I was wrong. It wasn't Brainiac, it was Cyborg Superman that was manipulating him.
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
I like John Corbin. I think he's a good one.
Especially New 52 did make him more actually an interesting stuff. Oh, and look, we got Parasite.
And that takes us right to Superman comics right now.
Yep. The Parasite family.
Parasite's never been my favorite.
It depends on how he's handled.
Yeah. I think I like maybe it's just because I like more human villains.
Yeah, well, there was some version of the Parasite that was still human looking.
Mongol.
Especially
Mongol
after
great.
War World. Especially after War World.
War World. Okay. Superman and the Authority. And then what's that?
It reminded us how monstrous Mongol is.
Did someone say New 52? No! Psycho! And Shelby, I thought we were going to stream like a Monday, like 2 weeks ago, and you never emailed me. So you're fired. Just wanted to let you know that.
Fire!
Mongol is a great villain.
Even
and the fact, I'm sure that list was old, but that is one that should have been on there. Would have been the Warworld saga right from the moment we get Superman and the Authority, which I still love. Like, oh, beautiful. Leading right into that story. Great stuff.
Yep, and I agree. And the funny thing about Mongol is he was created by Jim Starlin to be a ripoff of Thanos and Darkseid.
He's great though.
He is.
He really, really is. Okay, Mr.
Mixias Pitalik, yes.
How do you say it right?
Mixias Pitalik, as he said in the cartoon.
That doesn't. No, you're wrong. It's Mixelpix.
Now you're going with the old Super Friends stuff. Yeah, Mixelpix. No, it's Mixias Pitalik.
Sure. I love him. I love the little imp.
Oh, well, of course you love the imp.
And you know what? That issue Joshua Williamson wrote, it was an annual Batman and Superman. Do you remember where they were like toys?
Yeah, I think that was the final issue of Superman, Batman Superman.
Yeah. Oh my God, that issue was so good.
It was Calendar Man.
No, it was an annual where they were like, you had Batmite in it and Mixelpix, and they were fucking with Superman and Batman, and it was like,
what else is new? What else is new?
Yeah, I know, but it was so good. It was really good.
I went over World's Funnest with Liana. That was a fun story between those two.
I love that.
Where they pretty much destroy the multiverse and then put it right back together.
I think I wonder if they'll bring in like Batmite with these ones. I mean, what is it? Nightwing's new
Nightmite.
I wonder. I would like to see a crossover with that. That would be cool. Zod, of course.
But and look, it's the one from Last Sun.
Yes. Wait, is that the one from Last Sun, or is that the story we went over?
That was the story we went over.
Yeah. Okay, so it's both. Okay.
Yeah.
That was. I love that Zod. That is what they should have done with Man of Steel.
That's what I told you. And this
is
basically because in this one, at first you hate him, but eventually you find out he had to deal with Brainiac and Doomsday before, and you're like, geez, no wonder he went nuts.
Yeah, and it would be like, I like the way that he was handled much more than like this wrecking ball of a villain in Man of Steel.
Even though he was also cruel to his son.
Yeah, but his son was cool.
Doomsday!
Doomsday's at number 5?
Well, to be fair, he's always so generic after he killed Superman.
I mean, I guess, but he's the only... He killed Superman. Like,
so was Lex.
I mean, yeah, but still. Okay. Darkseid is number 4. What the fuck is going on here?
Let me guess. It's going to be Alexa's number 1 and Brainiac's going to be number 2.
That could be.
But yeah, Darkseid, no, I think because Darkseid is a great villain, yes. But when you really think about it, he only became tied to Superman because of how powerful he is. He was never intended to be a Superman villain.
Figure drawing said Doomsday blows. Maybe I'm the only one that likes Doomsday.
I like Doomsday. Hey, I like Doomsday. I never said I hated Doomsday.
I just think because of the death of Superman stuff, he deserves a little respect. You know what I mean?
True, but that's been over. But he's been overused since then. If that was his one story, maybe.
Darkseid is also many times more than just a Superman villain.
Exactly.
He's more of a team villain. So I get why he's a little higher, I guess. Bizarro.
Okay, Bizarro, I think it makes sense because he's an imperfect duplicate. Bizarro am not dangerous. Bizarro am funny and nice.
I know, but Bizarro's Bizarro as a villain hasn't happened for how long? How long?
About a decade.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
You're just so used to the Red Hood version.
He's so good, though. He's so good. Hot Take said Brainiac is better than Lex as a Superman villain. He's more ideological than Brainiac. It's oh my God, dyslexia and my lisp all kicking in at the same time. I'm sorry, Hot Takes. Brainiac is better than Lex as a Superman villain. It's more ideological with Brainiac.
True.
Is it though? Like, you can think of the anti-Superman ideology when it comes to Lex, but I get it. They're both definitely formidable villains. All right, what do we got next? Bizarro should that's a garbage. Brainiac, yep.
Brainiac. So yeah, but number one's going to be Lex.
Oh, I meant then Darkseid. Okay, that makes more sense. Yes, Darkseid, I absolutely agree. Brainiac, I love as a villain. I think he is a very interesting character. I also like Brainiac 5, and I like
Brainiac
some
5.
I love Brainiac 5. He's so cute.
Yep. I think Brainiac is worthy on this list, especially after the Brainiac story, which did the whole, redefined everything. And, again, I've said before, Brainiac is the best one to be a first villain if you still want big stakes, but not too big of stakes.
Yeah, I suppose. It gets boring, though, with Brainiacs, and I knew it was going to be Lex. Like, Lex is Lex. I still love the Luthor story. Was it Brian Azzarello and Lieber Mayhew, maybe?
Yeah, that's the one where that first introduced the whole idea of I could have saved the world and cured cancer if I wasn't so obsessed with Superman. Because that's the same story where he created a perfectly human
girl.
Girl, so he can fuck her and then have her fight Superman and then blow
and
up.
Die. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say this is a great list. This is an okay list. Who's your favorite villain?
It's a predictable list. For me,
that's true.
If I had to pick a favorite Superman-specific villain, it would be Zod.
That's fair.
Zod would be top of my list, followed by Cyborg Superman, then Doomsday, then Lex.
I like Lex, but Lex is always just Lex, right? So, I can't.
It's when Lex has been written well, it's been very well.
I think he's written well now. I do. Yeah. And I think, Forever Evil did a good job with him. There's a lot of storylines that did a good job with him.
They used to be fresh with him, make him be a hero, and it lasted a lot longer than I ever expected it to.
I still, I wish they would have gone with, Nelson mentioned Grundy.
Grundy is not a Superman villain. In fact, he's been more tied to Batman or the Justice Society than he ever has been Superman.
Yeah, but there's characters what was it, Conduit they just brought back?
Oh, Conduit, yeah. But I think Conduit's been so off the board for so long, especially by the time this list was probably made.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Not an awful list. Now,
it's a predictable list. It's a playing it safe list.
It's a normie list.
It's a normie list, yes.
I can't. Why would you put Bizarro on this list? Why would you put Bizarro?
Because Bizarro is a villain.
I don't know.
You're just so used to the other version.
I mean, the other version's better, though.
That's your opinion. For me, I always prefer Bizarro #1 Bizarro, where he has Bizarro World.
Yeah, I suppose. But
like that story. You like that story.
Yes.
Livewire. Yeah, where's Livewire?
Oh, Livewire's a good one.
Where's Livewire?
We got one more. Wow, I hate this stupid ad block shit.
Ah!
We got supporting characters, the best. Come on now. Supporting characters for Superman. Wait.
What? Lower than 10?
What?
He should be
We're
number
starting
1.
off real bad.
Did
We're
Jared-
starting off real bad.
Did Jared write this list?
Oh my God. She's the. Okay. All right. I mean, I get their relationship is uber vanilla, but come on now. Perry White.
Perry White. Okay. Perry White should be number 10. You should boot Lois up to number 1 and everything else should be bumped up.
Wait, but shouldn't Perry White be like 5 and then you got Jimmy and then you got Lois? Like,
true, but Perry's also at the whims of who writes it.
That's true. Lois Lane at 10. Oh my God. Okay. Jimmy's at 8?
What?
These lists are so bad, you guys.
Jimmy is at 8. What the hell?
Did you ever read
Who's going to be number 1 then?
Jimmy Olsen?
It was all right. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it.
What? It was so good.
I've read. Okay, Martha. Wait, Ma is that?
I don't know who's gonna make this list. I just don't know at this point. Holy shit!
My brain is blown by the stupidity of this list.
So the top 5 is going to we have the top
Jonathan
5
is
at 6.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well.
Martha, why did you say that name?
Oh my God, no.
Lex?
I mean, I get him being on the list, but above all the rest of what we just said?
What?
Okay. Lana
above Lois? Okay.
This is one of the worst lists I have ever.
Lana
is not important. I'm sorry, she's not. Not anymore.
Lana should be beneath Lois. I'm sorry.
Holy crap, Martha. No.
Batman is going to be number 1, I bet.
No, Lana. No. I mean, I like Lana. She's fine, but not at. Okay. Jor-El?
What has he done for? Oh, wait. Why did they put that particular Jor-El on here?
I don't know. I don't even know what to think.
This has to be a troll list.
Lana should fight Lois to the death. Yes.
Lois, yeah, but Lois will win. She's had actual military training from her dad.
This is a hell of a list. Holy shit.
Well, it's number 2. Okay, 2 I can believe. That is the only one I'd agree on.
Yeah.
And being that high up, too. Supergirl should be that high up.
Yeah. So who the hell could be number... Crypto? What the fuck?
Crypto?
Crypto. I'm not quite...
You know what? Seriously, you know how I'd rearrange the list? Lana would be number 10, first of all.
This is real? Okay.
Yeah, this is real, unfortunately.
Lana would be 10, for sure.
Lana would definitely be 10. Hold on. I just realized what's going on with my internet. Hold on.
Oh, you're fine. Good ass list. Are you crazy?
They're crazy.
Crypto is awesome, but he is not number 1.
Crypto would be 9.
Yeah, 9.
Crypto would be 9. Lex would be 8.
Then...
No, wait. Swap that.
Perry.
Lex would be 10. Then Lana would be 9. And then Crypto would be 8.
And then Perry.
Then Jonathan and Martha. Then
Supergirl.
Then Jimmy, and then Lois.
Yes. Yeah. That I think is a lot better.
That is a much better list than what they gave what they just put out.
Holy crap. Why? What? I guess so.
Of course, Raymond loves this list.
Wait. We have a Lana fan?
Yep. Biggest mistakes, really.
I don't know that. I didn't know Lana fans existed.
Abandoning his fan. Oh, Superman returned.
I mean,
he didn't even know he had a family when he left.
So how could he abandon them?
Exactly. Oh, yeah. What about Pete? Oh, you're right. Pete should be on the list, too. So drop Lex and put Pete at number 10. Pete Ross.
Oh, but I don't think he's more important. He should, yeah, but I don't think he's more important than Lex.
I think he's more important than Lex as a supporting character.
Maybe. Not masking himself better. We must be talking about movies here.
Yeah, seriously. He does mask himself well because it's not just the glasses. He also hunches. He also changes his personality, his voice and everything. Do these people not get it?
No, they don't. Hiding in plain sight, basically. Yeah. Okay.
Why is Jimmy white? Work as a reporter. What?
These lists are so bad.
This is a boomer. These are boomers writing this. Not even boomers, millennials. These people who just don't get why he did this, and now they feel like, oh, it's pointless and useless.
Okay.
Okay, that's an old Silver Age story.
Yeah.
And that was done exclusively because he found out something bad was happening to Jimmy.
Oh my. Abandoning Supergirl? Again, is this a CW thing? I'm assuming?
Yeah, a bit of that and a bit of the comics, too.
Okay.
This is a dumb list. Killing fellow superhero. Oh, that was from a Superman Batman story, but they were raised by despots. They were raised by supervillains when they did that.
Yeah. Holy shit. These lists are off the fucking hinge.
Oh, and they mentioned Injustice.
Yep. And
betraying Batman. Betraying Batman. Again, back to
Injustice. Yep. So all the bad storylines are from Injustice? Fuck you. Traumatizing Lois.
In BVS and others.
Well, nobody ever agreed that was a good movie.
Superman Returns. Not staying with one. Did Jared work on this list?
What? Okay. But considering how toxic and unhealthy the relationship between Superman and Lois is, what? It's so fucking vanilla.
Fuck you, this list.
It's so vanilla.
Not reaching out to Batman and okay, that was bad writing. Don't blame Superman for bad writing.
Yeah. I mean, that wasn't a good movie. I mean, what's your favorite Superman movie of all time?
Superman 2.
I like Superman 1.
I like Superman 2, the Donner's cut, to be precise.
I love 1978. It's it's so good.
Hold on.
Is this list for Batman? No, but it's shockingly bad.
Hold on, I'm sending you a video to watch quickly because this was perfect. And I should point out, this was more combining the screen test for Christopher Reeves and Margot Kidder, but it made the scene so perfect.
Oh, I love this scene. Oh, perfect. I love this scene.
This shows the whole thing about Superman and as Superman.
I love it.
You are Superman, aren't you?
Lois, look, we've been through these hallucinations of you.
He looks just like him. I love it.
Can't you see what you almost did? Throwing yourself off a building 30 stories high. Can't you see what a tragic mistake you almost made?
I made a mistake.
Holy crap, you guys!
Whoa!
Hold on.
What the hell? They went just from 0 to pissed off.
I got some seriously mad kitties. Holy shit. Okay, let's finish this.
I noticed that.
I risked my life instead of yours.
Lois, don't be insane.
And don't fall down, because you're just gonna have to get up again.
No, Lois, no, don't be.
I love her as Lois too. She's so great.
Oh, look at that, look at that.
Perfect. And his posture, everything just in a moment changes.
Yep.
Dun dun.
I guess I've known this for the longest time.
You realize, of course, if you'd been wrong, Clark Kent would have been killed.
But she wasn't.
With a blank?
Gotcha.
I love that scene.
Seriously, I
It's
love
so
that.
perfect.
Exactly, but it also, Christopher Reeves perfectly shows how you can believe both are two separate characters.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, I love that. With a blank, which tells you he doesn't even usually know when the bullets bounce off of him. That's why he couldn't tell.
It's so freaking good. So good. I forgot about that scene. I love the one where she's like jumping out the window too.
Oh yeah, that was actually in the movie, yeah.
Yep.
And she's like, Clark, Lois, what have you done?
Such a good. Those movies are so good. That's what we need from the new Superman Legacy.
He couldn't tell because he doesn't usually feel the bullets bounce off of him. So he just assumed it. Now, granted, why didn't he assume the bullet just, I guess he thought the bullet just went into a wall or something.
What do you got going on your channel this week, Robert?
I got a bunch of videos going on. I'm putting off hold for my streaming, but yeah, removing a lot of videos from my monetization really took a hit.
So what do you got to do? Put some more content out, or get?
I gotta get more streaming, put more content out. Yeah, I'm still gonna keep that Danny video up for the time being because I blurred it out. There's probably not much they can do to touch it.
Well, hopefully.
And if
get it all taken care of.
If it doesn't happen again by the next time I apply for it, I will then remove it. So this is just me trying to keep it up there for now. But yeah, I lost like around 800 watch hours deleting all those videos.
Oh yeah, you have an interview tonight. Plug it.
Oh yeah. I have my Mark Russell interview tonight. Be sure to stop on by. It's going to be at 6 o'clock. Tracy, if you want me to ask him that one question, be sure to let me know.
I will. I'll be in the chat.
And we'll probably be going for an hour. Then I'll stop on over at your stream.
Yeah, 7 o'clock, guys. 420 stream. It's gonna be.
Like I said, I'm here now, so I probably won't be needed for that stream, right?
Nope. We've got a full lineup. We've got Joseph, Hood of Justice. We've got
Raymond.
E-Tep. We've got Raymond. We've got a dead guy. We've got myself. Might have some other people stopping by, so it's gonna be super fun. I'm super excited. I'm gonna get.
Is everyone gonna be high as a kite?
No, you know what? A couple people don't smoke, and that's okay. But I know at least half of us will be.
I sent you that one Mandalorian video.
Oh, awesome. Okay, perfect. Did you send it to my email?
No, I did not. I just sent it in the private chat. I was sending the email.
Okay, perfect. We'll watch that tonight. We're gonna have fun. It's gonna be awesome. All right, guys. We will see you later on tonight. I appreciate you guys, and we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.